Welcome to this video review. Today I'm going to talk about Blaser 2.8 to 20 by 50, their Blaser Infinity rifle scope. I'm quite late with this review, but I'm sure if you are searching for this scope on YouTube, you have seen our videos from EVA 2018 when they came out. I think a lot of us in the industry expected Blaser to come out with the rifle scopes because they bought Minox, and the part of Minox was also Optronica GmbH, former producer of Premier Reticles, Premier Reticle rifle scopes, high-end tactical scopes. They are not in the business for 5-6 years already, but they are still very famous because their scopes were perfect in many aspects. So it was a matter of time when Blaser will enter the market with the scopes, but still when they came out it was quite a shock because their scopes were really different to anything else in this top premium segment. You have to understand that the price of this scope is around 3,300 euros, so they went immediately directly against Zeiss, Swarovski and Leica. But they did choose a little bit, I would say, different approaches in many areas. So first of all, the scope features 34mm tube. This is something what except Schmidt & Bender nobody does in hunting scopes. Also Zeiss has 36mm tubes. The second thing is these scopes can only be ordered with a Zeiss ZM-VM rail, which for myself personally it's a big plus, and I hope that others will follow and start producing the scopes only with rail, without rings anymore. This scope is around 750 grams of weight, and honestly speaking it looks quite compact for a 2.8 to 20 by 50, especially compared to other 56mm scopes, and you have to understand that it has quite a high magnification range. It features illuminated reticle, so there is a battery compartment here for CR2032 batteries. I don't know if you're able to see them through the battery goes in here, a standard battery. They're made in Germany. They come with 10 years warranty, and the fit and finish is really good. The only thing what I don't like in the fit and finish is this brown plastic everywhere. We have to see it in the future how it will hold with time. All in all, the design of this scopes, it works really well in combination with Blaser rifles, especially the R8 series. Maybe not as well with their break barrel rifles, but still with R8 it looks nice. And the fit and finish, it's hard to say, it's like bluish. It's really different fit and finish than anybody else in this industry. It's really unique, and I like it that they did something different to anyone else. The reticle, there is only one style, 4A, and it's a first focal plane reticle. I could understand first focal plane reticle in their biggest model, 4 to 20 by 58, but in this one, 2.8 to 20 by 50, which is basically a long range specialist, not that much, honestly speaking. Even though it's not too thick, it's not too thin, but still for hunting, second focal plane reticles are a better choice. I understand that in the tactical segment you need first focal plane reticles. I'm a tactical shooter. I have 7-8 rifles from the tactical segment. They all have mil tactical scopes on them. But on a hunting rifle, first focal plane, you can live with it. It's not too thick. On EVA at that time in 2018 they even put a target on a building nearby so that you were able to see through the window on the target on 300 meters, and you were able to see that the reticle is not too thick, but still I don't think that this is the best option. The illumination, you control it here. You pull out this turret, and then when you go up you turn the intensity on, well, you increase it, and then down you decrease it. When you come to the last setting, the illumination blinks inside of the reticle. It is daytime bright, but only just. It just like if there is a really bright daytime sun, you will have problems seeing the illumination. But honestly speaking, at this scope, you don't need a daytime bright illumination. In 1:7 model, they have a different system of illumination. There, it is daytime bright in all conditions. Turrets. So, first thing what you're able to see is that the Parallax Turret and Windage Turret changed their place. And I have sometimes a feeling like they did this by college just to be different. And I have to be honest, I don't like it that much. I prefer Parallax and Illumination on this side and Windage on this side. Now it's the other way around. For the Parallax, it's really funny. It's lockable, but only on 100 meters. So when you go up to infinity, you see just 3 lines, 2 lines, which is nice. No meter markings. And then on the lower side, it goes down to 50 meters. There are no markings there either. And it just locks on 100 meters. Really good system. I like it. I would even like it more if it would be on the left side. The Windage Turret, 1 centimeter clicks, really nicely made, crisp clicks and so on. You see that this scope was designed by people who used to work on tactical military scopes, because you see the quality. I didn't speak before in the beginning that this scope can be used on any kind of caliber, that it's fully waterproofed, sealed, filled with nitrogen and so on, because it's normal. With 3,300 euro price tag, it has to have all the features. The elevation turret, it's, I would say, tactical. It's not a BDC turret because there are no markings anywhere for the distances. There are only markings for clicks. And you can see single turn, 80 clicks in 1 revolution, and a 0 stop, 3 clicks below 0. I don't know if you're able to see it. Probably. It can be locked only on 0 function. On all other positions, you're not able to lock it. Nicely made. If they would provide different rings, preset rings for different ballistic curves, it would be even better. Then they would have a true BDC turret. The elevation range is 23 mils. Click is 1 centimeter. So with 23 mils with this scope, you can reach really far. It also, when I talk about the illumination of the reticle, I forgot that it has a position censoring, so it turns off itself when it's not in a perfect shooting position. So that means when you put it either both sideways or up or down, it turns off automatically. It also has an IC function. That means you are able to pair this scope with your Blaser R8, and when you cock the Blaser, the rifle, the illumination will turn on automatically by itself. This was a system developed for Zeiss. Zeiss Varipoint had this intelligence illumination control. Now they use it on their Blaser scopes. Okay, if we come to the magnification range and optical performance, so 2.8 to 20 by 50, which is really funny, 7 times zoom, roughly 7 times, and there is no real competitors in this segment. You have 3.5 to 28 from Swarovski, you have 2 to 16 from Swarovski, you have 1.8 to 14 by Zeiss, so nothing really in this segment from 3 to 20. The only exception to this rule is the new Schmidt & Bender Exos. That one has 3 to 21. So there are not many scopes in this top class with this zoom factor and this magnification range and this form factor. I would say it's a perfect scope for hunting in the mountains. 50mm objective lens, not too heavy, not too big, and with 20 times magnification you are able to reach quite far. In terms of what you're able to see, which details, then you put it down to 14, 12, something like that, and you take a shot. Okay, I think we can go through what you get with the scope. You get a warranty card, you get a manual, a battery, and a tool for resetting zero stop. I'll do a separate video about it. You have to use this tool to dismantle the turret and then set the zero stop. It's quite easy. You can check YouTube videos also from others how this is done. You get a Blaser neoprene cover for the scope, and that's about it. So, the summary: what is sweet and what is sour with this scope, at least to my opinion. What is sweet is the combination of magnification range and lens. So this is I would say a really good scope for longer shots and for stalking in the mountains. Not too heavy, not too big, and a little bit higher magnification range than all other competitors. I like the fit and finish, even though the exception are these plastic brown parts. I like the optical performance. The scope has nice field of view, it's bright, it's sharp. The optical performance is here, and when you're paying 3,300 euros, a lot of people are scared. Will I get really first-class optics? Yes, you will. The optics is on pair with Zeiss, Swarovski, Schmidt & Bender, and Leica, which are the only players in this top premium class. I like the fact that you're only able to get this scope with Zeiss ZM-VM rail. This is something what I salute to Blaser, that they were brave enough to offer this scope with rail only, no ring option. I hope that others will follow, because rail mounting is much better than ring mounting. Okay, what could have been done better? The turret, the elevation turret, if they would offer rings for distances, they would have a true BDC turret, and it would be really nice because the quality, the clicks, everything else, it's really good. So a BDC option would be great. Ffp Reticle, so first focal plane reticle. I think this is not the way to go. In a hunting scope, not. In a tactical scope, no problem, but in a hunting scope, a second focal plane reticle would be better. And I know that Blaser claims that with a second focal plane reticle, when you change the magnification, the point of view length can change. But honestly speaking, first of all, this is not an F-class scope. Second of all, the best brands in business do this point of impact shift below 2 centimeters. So you could do the same, it would be good enough. Parallax position could have been on the left side. The price point for their first take on hunting scopes is a bit high. 3,300 euros is quite a lot for a brand which did a rifle scope for the first time. The quality is there, however, don't think about it. And last but not least, the brand awareness. Blaser has so many fans. I use Blaser rifles myself, so that this is a full disclaimer. I have Blaser R8, many barrels and so on for hunting, so I am a part of this group. But still, my friend is using exactly this scope on a Mauser, which he has for stalking and hunting in the mountains, and it looks funny. Blaser scope on a Mauser rifle. So the brand awareness, in this case, is even a problem, because it's hard to imagine to put a Blaser scope on a Sako rifle, on a Tikka rifle, on any rifle which is not Blaser. And it's a shame, because the scope is really good. And I also think that we will see many Blaser scopes on other rifles, because especially if you're looking in this combination, there are 3 to 20. There is only Schmidt & Bender Exos, which is also, again, an extremely good scope. So we have two really good options. But some will say, okay, I prefer the fit and finish of the Blaser. I prefer the reticle in the Blaser. I don't know, something. So we will see, especially this model, because if you look at the low light models, there are many more choices than in this segment, let's say for mountain hunting. We will see them on other rifles as well, but like I said, it doesn't feel that natural to put a Blaser scope on a Mauser rifle, let's say, but we will see it. All in all, a great try from Blaser, really close to a perfect scope, honestly speaking, and I hope that next generations will be even better. If I forgot something, please use comments below, send us an email, call us, get in touch, and we will be glad to answer. And if you like our reviews, please subscribe to our channel. Bye.